Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm gonna show you how to level up your weapons and your general levels and your battle pass level. So I wouldn't say this is the easiest way, but it is certainly the safest way. And the reason why is it safe because when you enter cache you encounter very less amount of people, so actual players, and that is what it makes the safest. So as my loadout, I have a Carrack 300 as my leveling weapon, and for my side weapon I have Bryson 890. The reason why you bring a shotgun to cache is that there are a lot of level 3 mobs, so you just want to one-shot them easily without having much of pain to do it with other guns. Like, other guns are really hard to break their armors, but for shotguns it's easy. Usually I bring Bryson 800 or 890 and KV broadside. There are not many selections because you're already using a slot weapon which you are leveling. But if it's not a shotgun, you might always have to have a side shotgun. And for the tactical and lethal equipments, it's your own choice. But for me, it's stim, throwing knife, and as a field upgrade, I have a revive pistol from previous run. But usually I play with throwing knife. Because it's cache, I recommend Semtex. So you could do it with your friends or solo, but I do recommend bringing your friends or teammates. Because you're gonna get knocked out many times, you need someone to revive you. And so now what we're gonna do is you open your map and there are 3 question marks, one near the parking lot, one near the Tarak village, and one near Rohan Oil. And there's actually one on the deserts, and you can actually go in there. It's just not marked. These question marks indicate the entrances to cache, so you want to go there and press F or whatever button is there for you, and you just enter it. And before you enter, you also do few things, and I'm gonna show you that. And now, before you enter the cache, you need to bring 2 extra items with you. One is car battery and the other is jumper cable. The reason why you need them is because there are rooms inside cache that you need car battery and jumper cable to open it, that's why. And from my perspective, the main thing here is to open doors. When you open doors, you get certain amount of XP, which I'd say a generous amount. But it's like from 1,000 to 2,500. About that, yeah. And you also want to be careful when you go in there because there are a lot of other players trying to enter it. And they all have like different objectives, get cases or get heated madness parts and maybe other reasons. So as you guys can see, I'm coming in from the parking lot entrance and I see someone previously entered this place because the doors are open, and you must be careful because they might be camping you, but I don't know if they're really camping because not many people do that. And there's the door. You just check corners and you enter. And right now, when you press the button to the door, you need to use your leveling up weapon because when you enter, it gives certain amount of XP and you want that XP to go into your gun, the leveling up gun. And also, when you start any DMZ game, you want to hold your leveling up gun because they kinda trigger the XP thing. Like, I think they give some XP bonuses without showing. Yeah, that kind of thing. So you'll wanna hold your leveling up gun. For me, it's Carrack 300. Now we're gonna see the magic of our shotgun. Yeah, you see, they just literally one-shot the level 3 mobs. It is very useful. And one important thing is that you gotta be fast or quiet with killing the mobs, because they happen to trigger other mobs, calling them or whatever, if they make loud shooting noises, and other mobs like rushing in with hordes. So yeah, as you guys can see, when I enter, there's immediately level 2 level up. That's how it works. So yeah, and one more thing is that you want to bring a lot of survival kits, like first aid kit or revival pistol, like one of those, and also armors and munition box, because you'll need it when you fight the boss. And boss is actually difficult when you solo it, but if you have friends and you just gank on the boss, it is easy. So as you guys can see, you never enter from this side because there is a turret waiting for us, and it's gonna be pain in the ass to reach it with all those mobs. And you also need a night vision goggle, which you'll need them in the next room, which is a chemical section. I don't know how exactly it's called, but you'll need them because the whole room is very dark. So here, before you open the door to the next room, you wanna switch to your leveling gun, because the XP is gonna go into the gun you're holding. So you wanna just bring up your leveling gun like this, and you should press the buttons. And it opens the door and it gives the chunky amount of XP. So now the door is open. When you enter the next room, you want to use your night vision goggles, and you want to hug the wall and just run while hugging the wall, and you'll come across a lot of different doors which are kind of dangerous, but in my case, I'm in Hong Kong server, so not a lot of people play in Cache, so I'm pretty much safe in here. So like this, you use your leveling up gun and you just press the button. So you see the level 3, it was at level 2 before. Also, you want to check these little tunnels or like underground things. I don't know how to call them, but they contain the keys, the factory admin key. There are 2 of them. They might be in separate servers, but for my case, they are in the same tunnel. So I was lucky, I guess. And so here we have a door that says no power. So in order to actually press the button and open the door, you'll need a extra car battery and a jumper cable, and you just put them like that, and you press the button while holding your leveling up gun. And I think they both give the same amount of XP, but the second doesn't show out that it gives your XP, but don't worry, it gives. I know for a fact. So now you'll come across a door like this, yellowish rusted one, like this little yellow door, and you're gonna use your factory admin key that you got from the sewers or tunnels, and they each give 2k XP, and the other one is actually right next to it. You just have to run towards it and press your key again. And now when you enter the next room, which is factory admin room, you just go into this window and you go to the right side. So there are a lot of mobs in here which are level 3. Right here you enter this door and there's a lot of mobs in it, but if you're fast and you can overtake your positions fast, and it's actually easy. And there are like these elevator things which spawn a lot of mobs, and it's very dangerous. I recommend you clear them. If you hear one, just be careful of your back, because they just come in. So right now you enter a new room called Factory Wing, and when you get close to the center, you're gonna see a boss This room actually contains of two bosses. One is a heavily armored juggernaut-like boss, and it has a shield and a handgun, which I would call a deagle. And right now, you first have to use your shotgun to break its armors. After that, you're gonna just spam with your leveling up gun, because if you break the shields and you keep shooting with your shotgun, you might actually kill him with 2 or 3 shots, and that's the thing you don't want to do, because you're losing in XP. I'd say a very much amount of XP. So you just spam it with your gun. In my case, it's a sniper gun. It's kinda unfortunate, but I have to do this. And the boss actually chases you, so you actually want to be careful with him. And here, you take out the boss and get 2k XP. And as for now, you're gonna head upstairs through the new door that has been unlocked when you kill the first boss. And you just want to be careful, because there might be other players who are doing the same as me, taking the weapon case or killing the bosses. Whatever the reason is, there might be players. So as you guys can see, there is the second boss, and he's actually very sneaky because he hides behind obstacles, and you actually want to get closer to it because it will smoke and run away to his next position. And to do that, you have to be tricky with it, because there's actually traps before you reach them, and clear it out. You have to, as I said, you will need a very much amount of self-revive kits, such as like first aid kit, revival pistol, and yeah. And also Steam could help, but it's not very good. And here we kill our boss, and the weapon is already 8 level, and there is a secure room key that the second boss drops, and you have to use it to unlock the case room. And there we go. We have killed 2 bosses. We have opened 4 doors, and maybe even 6. And you got weapon case, and you just have to run away, hoping to not encounter any players and mobs also, because they're annoying. And you'll just have to run to the chemical plant room, the dark room, and you'll just exfil from there. And it's very risky if there are actually players in your lobby, and they will camp you as you go and try to exfil. But in my case, it's pretty fine because there are no players in here. And that's it. And thank you for watching my video, and I hope it helped you out. It's certainly not the easiest way, but it's the safest way, I think, in my opinion, because a lot of other guides require you to go play an actual encounter with players, which is a PvP. And in my case, I really suck at PvP, so I found this way, and it's really easy. So I'm not even using double XP or any kind of token, and I reached 8 levels with starting with level 1. And if you use double XP tokens or whatever, it's gonna be like very chunky amount of XP. So you really want to use this. The reason why I didn't use any tokens, because I wanted to convince that this method is actually worthy. And as you guys can see, I got a 43k XP from this run, and there is also actually my case bonus, which I have collected all 6 of them, and I collected 1 extra more, that is 10k.